What's up, you guys? It's Steve here with some huge news regarding unemployment. This is your unemployment update and your federal unemployment extension update. Now, as you guys know, states are suing their governors for ending early federal unemployment benefits of PUA, FPUC, and the $300 per week boost. And what we're finding is that a lot of these states are now winning. And we've heard that the states that have won, they're going to get that $300 per week boost and those federal benefits, and they're going to get them retroactive for the time that's missed. That's right. Now, in addition to that, we're also hearing, just as we predicted, a dominoes effect is happening, and more states are now announcing they're going to come out and sue their governors so they can win back those federal unemployment benefits. So you guys, I've got a bunch of articles I'm going to dive into, get you caught up on the latest as of today, July 19th, 2021, on federal unemployment benefits coming back retroactive. So let's go ahead and dive right in. But before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you like and appreciate these updates, don't forget to smash that like button, leave your comments down below, and share this out if you think it's going to help out other people. Those simple gestures just take a second, really help me out a lot. Thank you so much. And if this is your first time here, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and you can come join the viewing community. Come and join the RAM fam, we like to call it, and I'll keep you up to date on employment, stimulus, Congress, the economy, anything having to do with money. That's what I like to talk about here. And don't forget, if you got any specific questions that you want to shoot to me, send them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. That's the best way to reach me, and I do my best to respond to all those DMs on Instagram. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive into these articles, and I'm going to get you caught up on the latest with retroactive unemployment coming back. All right, you guys, so we're going to be diving into these articles with these updates here in just a second, but really quick, a recap for you, just in case you're wondering what's going on. So when the pandemic hit, we created stimulus packages with different provisions, and one of them helped out the unemployed, and they had 3 new federal programs. Now, the first was PUA, and this is for people who normally aren't eligible to collect their state unemployment benefits. And PUA provided to gig workers, the self-employed or independent contractors, their own form of unemployment insurance, or UI, which they normally would not be eligible for. Now, the other one was FPUC, and this one provides an extension after your unemployment claim comes to an end, because nobody knew how long this pandemic was going to last, so they provided an additional extension in case your benefits expired. And the third one was FPUC, which was an additional boost on top of your unemployment benefits. And when the pandemic first hit, and this was enacted back in March of 2020, it was a $600 per week boost, but at the present time, it's a $300 per week boost. So those are the 3 federal unemployment programs that we're discussing. Now, these got extended out in March of 2021 by President Joe Biden in the American Rescue Plan, and he was going to extend it out until September 6th. However, a lot of governors came out and said that they felt that these unemployment provisions, they were not encouraging their state residents to go back out into the workforce and get jobs to help rebolster their state economies, and they felt like things are kind of coming to an end, so they didn't want to have this incentivizing people to not work, so they decided to end them early. And we saw 26 states across the nation do so. And then states came out and sued the governors for ending these federal provisions early, and actually won. So let's take a look at this first one, link in the description below, and it says Indiana restarts pandemic unemployment benefits after judge's orders. And it says Indiana once again began paying pandemic unemployment benefits, including the $300 weekly supplement, on Friday after the State Court of Appeals earlier this week denied the state's attempt to keep them halted. Now, some 25,000 claimants have already received more than $33 million, said Regina Ashley, Chief Unemployment Insurance Officer at the State Department of Workforce Development. Now, the payments will be retroactive to the week ending June 26, she said. The state has stopped the pandemic unemployment programs as of June 19th, and some 120,000 people were affected. There will be no gap in payments for eligible claimants, she said, adding that the jobless can now file for their missed weeks. So there you have it. Indiana is doing this, and it's retroactive for the time that was missed. Now, in addition to that, we're hearing that the courts side with the unemployed workers in 2 states, forcing Indiana, as we just read, and Maryland to keep the pandemic-related $300 supplemental benefits. Now, we also have another one that's going to be starting. Take a look at this, link in the description below. Lawyers plan to sue Florida for cutting off federal unemployment early. So Florida is now going to be added to that list. Now, the article says that Florida lawyers are getting ready to file a lawsuit against the state for cutting off extra federal unemployment money early. Now, Governor Ron DeSantis and 25 other Republican governors, they stopped allowing the $300 a week the feds offered to supplement regular unemployment payments, called the Pandemic Unemployment Compensation Program, or the FPUC. The governor said that it would encourage people to get back to work. These kinds of lawsuits have already seen success. Judges in Indiana and Maryland determined that those states have to continue making those payments, and many unemployed Floridians hope the same happens in their state. As business owners begin to blame benefits for a lack of applicants, DeSantis responded. Employers have said that since we made that change, there's some that said that they had more applications in 3 weeks than they had in previous 3 months, said DeSantis in a press conference on Monday. Now, after June 26th, the governor withdrew Florida from the FPUC program, but it wasn't supposed to end until September. I think the states that don't do that are going to have a little bit more of a stagnation, DeSantis said. But according to the 2020 analysis by the U.S. Joint Economic Committee, 5 different studies found no evidence to suggest that the extra money slowed job growth, and unemployed people say cutting it off isn't fair. It's so detrimental to their financial stability, to their mental health, said Vanessa Brito, an unemployed benefits advocate in the state. Now, Brito has helped people navigate the unemployment system since last year, and she plans to fundraise to help with attorney's fees when the lawsuit is filed. It represents every UI claimant who was eligible for FPUC and is now going without because the state decided to terminate that agreement. Brito says that people looking for work still have trouble finding it, especially older folks and people with health and childcare concerns. I have people who are asking me to review their resume to figure out why it is that their profile isn't getting picked up or why they aren't getting calls for interviews. Florida has had an incredible delay and backlog in paying benefits, so that $300, when it came, if it came, was very helpful. Now, Brito says that the lawsuit might be filed as soon as early as the week of July 19th, likely out of Broward County. And so, you guys, that is this week we could see that official filing. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on that. But in addition to that, we've also heard, take a look at this, 10 more Oklahomans sue Stitt, OESC, over ending federal pandemic-related unemployment benefits. And it says 10 more Oklahomans have filed a second lawsuit against Governor Kevin Stitt and the Oklahoma Employment Security Commission over the state's decision to end the federal pandemic-related unemployment benefits early. Stitt announced back in May that the federal pandemic-related unemployment benefits would end in Oklahoma on June 26th, and that the state would offer a $1,200 incentive for people to get off unemployment and go back to work. Now, a lawsuit was filed this week against Stitt and the OESC in Oklahoma's Supreme Court, challenging Stitt's decision to end the enhanced federal unemployment benefits early. Now, the court has scheduled a referee hearing on August 11th. At a referee hearing, both sides argue to the referee, who then advises the court of the argument. There is also a similar lawsuit pending in Tulsa County District Court. Both cases question whether Oklahoma's Employment Security Act requires the OESC accept the enhanced benefits and whether Stitt has the authority to order the termination of those benefits. So that is the latest on unemployment benefits coming back retroactive, and more states hopping on board to get those benefits back. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me here on the channel. I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date as more stuff unfolds with unemployment, stimulus, and everything that's happening in our economy and our nation right now. And once again, if you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash that like button. Just takes a second. I really appreciate it. It helps out the channel a ton. And if you want to stay up to date on this and all those topics, like I mentioned, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. You can come and join the viewing community, come and join the Ram fam, we like to call it, and I'll keep you up to date. And if you got any specific questions for me, be sure to shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. But with that being said, you guys, I hope this reaches you well. I'll catch you in the next video. Remember, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday, and randomly throughout the day as news comes out. But with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.